Before the championships, before the roaring crowds, before the banners hanging in Chicago's arena, Scottie Pippen was just a skinny kid in a tiny Arkansas town where life rarely handed out miracles. When people remember the legendary Chicago Bulls dynasty, they almost always picture one face first: Michael Jordan soaring through the air. But here's the truth that history often whispers instead of shouting. That dynasty would not have existed without the quiet strength of the man standing beside him. Pippen's story begins far from stadium lights in Hamburg, Arkansas, a place where opportunities were scarce and hardship was normal. He grew up in a crowded home with 12 children, where money was tight and tragedy lived close to the door. His father, once the provider of the family, suffered a devastating stroke that left him permanently in a wheelchair. Soon after, one of Scottie's brothers became paralyzed as well. Imagine growing up in a house with two wheelchairs in the same room. For a child, that image changes everything. It teaches you something early. Life can turn without warning. While other kids dreamed about fame, Scottie learned responsibility. He watched his mother wake before sunrise to work and keep the family afloat. He pushed his father's wheelchair to the porch so he could feel the sun. And somewhere inside that quiet house, a thought began forming in the mind of a boy who didn't talk much about dreams. Maybe I can change this. Basketball didn't arrive as a promise of glory. It arrived as an escape, a simple court, a bouncing ball. For a few hours, the weight of life disappeared. Yet even there, Scottie wasn't a star. He finished high school without scholarship offers, no scouts, no headlines. When he enrolled at the University of Central Arkansas, he wasn't even on the team at first. He worked as the equipment manager, handing out jerseys, carrying shoes, collecting basketballs after practice. Think about that moment, the future Hall of Famer, picking up towels in an empty gym. But something strange happened. Scottie kept growing, literally. His body shot up to over 6'7", and suddenly the quiet kid on the sidelines became impossible to ignore. When he finally earned a chance to play, he didn't chase points or headlines. He defended, passed, hustled, did the invisible work that wins games. That mindset followed him into the NBA. On draft night in 1987, he was selected by the Seattle Supersonics before being traded to the Chicago Bulls. Few people noticed the move, but it would quietly reshape basketball history. In Chicago, Scottie embraced the role others avoided. While Jordan delivered the iconic moments, Pippen handled the hardest tasks, guarding the league's best players, orchestrating the offense, sacrificing personal glory so the team could win. 6 championships later, the world finally understood something that teammates had known all along. Dynasties aren't built by one star. They're built by someone willing to carry the weight behind the scenes and make everyone else shine.